All right, let's do this. Down and dirty. We got side-by-side images here, so we can do a little bit of easier analysis, hopefully, throughout the recordings. So number one, easy fix. Stick up here. This, like everything that you're doing, like everything else, the devil's in the details. So his stick's down here, it's got to be above his eyes there. Arms are straight out in front of him. That's number one. Number two, this foot, again, it needs to be the bottom of the actual skate blade touching the boot here. And so compare this image, so remember that, with that. Meaningfully different, right? This is what we want. That is what we don't want. And so another way to visualize this is he's creating a V with his skates. So they look like that. We're trying to create, instead of a V with his skate blades, we're trying to create like both of his skates kind of facing forward, just a little bit more parallel. Okay, so that's two things. Next, notice how it goes up and down. So he's standing up, standing down, standing up, right there. So when he pushes up this leg, watch his butt go up. So all of that right there was just lost, whatever, static or kinetic or potential, that's the word, lost potential energy because he stood up and straightened his left leg out. And then when he goes to push back off, you can see how he like falls from his left leg to his right leg. That's his push. That's how much of a drive and power he actually has to push off with. So like he literally can't create energy because there's no energy there to transfer side to side. And the way to see that is from him, like look at how low this is, his left leg, almost 90 degrees. And then when he goes and comes in, he stands up, right? So the major reason behind fully stopping is so that they can feel what it feels like to stay low, like here. That leg is closer to a good stride. Like if he skates from here, he's a good skater, right? But if he skates from here, this much bend in his knee, he's a bad skater, right? That's the only difference. And so transition from watching him, check my stride out. Like when I push off, whoa, I just tweaked out. Look how low that leg is. I'm gliding on my right leg. And then when I oh geez, come on. So let's call it there. So that's where I pushed off to, my left leg. I'm not going to stand up. I'm just going to recover my leg and I'm going to push off. So all that potential energy that's stored up in that leg is going to turn into force and drive. Whereas Braden is standing up and kind of falling down. So an easy way to feel that, right, is staying low and making sure he fully stops in between each stride. So it should look like right here, full stop, feel all his weight loaded up on this leg. And then because it's moving slow, because he's moving slow, he can like feel this ankle tucked in, touching this foot with the bottom of his skate blade. He can feel all the weight on this leg. He can feel himself really, really doing it properly versus just going through the motions like that. Like this is all him doing things that he's comfortable doing. He's got to get forced into areas that are uncomfortable. And so here, like this is going to be a great example because look how low he is. But again, like the arms are bent here. They should be out in front of him, not bent. Look how much he stands up right there. So we're low. And then as he recovers this leg underneath, he stands up. losing all that potential energy. And so when he recovers, right, like you want to focus on staying low, knees are wide, feet are underneath him. And the reason he has to stand up, right, is because his knees are so close together, there's no room, there's nowhere to create room for that leg to come underneath. Another point for you while you're coaching him, notice how like his shoulders and his stick are facing that way. He should be facing directly forward, not side to side. Again, this is a lot of stuff, and that's where you're like, you should just go coach him. But trying to break it down here for you. Like right there. See, like this position, his stick should be out in front of him. His eyes are facing that way, not directly forward. This leg is very upright. Like he really should get used to feeling how it feels to be like really down and compact. And then look at my foot, how my ankle turns underneath. Look at Braden's foot, how it's, so his skate is above his skate boot, and it's just a straight line from his knee down to his blade. This should be an arc right there. See that arc? That's what we're looking for. And then this is actually a really good visualization of that falling motion. You can see how he's not so much pushing as much as he is falling into that stride. Right there. See that? Like if he's pushing, he should be this low when he pushes off. Like if he can stay this low and recover that foot, skating side to side, now you're talking. This is easy to be this low when you're gliding. It's the recovery part that he's got to recover with this leg bent so he can explode the opposite direction. But again, the best way to feel that is after you stop fully so you can push off side to side. Is that Ovi? Wow, Ovi's on the ice. Like here's another example of those feet. So knees are bent in here. This should be that way also. Like his knee should be out here. And that also is like a consequence of, that's a longer conversation actually, but like just to go into it, this is where he wants to go. And so naturally, right, like he's going off on this angle. As he starts to get uncomfortable with how far left he's going, he wants to come back towards the glide path. And so you can watch this edge kind of turn in. He cuts back on himself a little bit right there. And that knee collapses. Like he should keep drifting off this way and keep that knee up. It's something that can be fixed too. Like I've seen a lot of players do it. Not a lot, but some. But on that right leg, you can see how it's kind of collapsing a little bit in. That's fine, but just like really, really try to keep that out. And again, bottom of the skate blade. Look how cockeyed that is. Straight. Now, I think this was like the second video you sent, but nice and low. He's trying, but look how he's pointing the wrong direction. Right here. All right. Yeah, so good. But just that one versus that one. All this movement, we want to get rid of. And so that's what like, it's just getting used to these positions. And that's what stopping in each position really does. Like it really helps them get used to sitting in that position. That's why it's so important for him to stop right here fully. Like he should be stopped right now. And then as he stopped, he has to find his balance on his left leg And then as he's nice and low, he needs to bring this leg underneath him, thereby using only that left leg to recover. Really, really learning how to like keep all that weight on that one leg and being nice and low. I don't know, dude. Hopefully that helps. I'm sorry this went so long. Just trying to help from far. Sorry I couldn't be on the ice with you, and hit me up any questions, and I'll do my best, dude.